Hi guys, Don Rice here, and starting to do some weathering, and you can see over in this area here, this is kind of the walkway. This is where the crew chief would be standing. Anybody getting up into the cockpit area, you can imagine that there's probably going to be a high amount of wear, so the rivets are exposed. It's all a little bit dirty right now, but that's okay too. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I didn't show you the beginning of this process because that was last night and I didn't know what I was doing, but it's arguable that I know now, but I know more than I did last night. So what I'm using are these things. So this is double-aught steel wool. This is actually the last thing I use because it polishes the airplane a little bit. Double-aught. Triple-aught is too fine. Four-aught is way too fine. This is half of an abrasive thing that I got from, I can't remember where, sorry. This is a little less abrasive, and this is a great deal more abrasive. I bought a bag of these things because I go through these things pretty quickly. They lose their bite. Same kind of thing. I get this at the local hobby shop. Little abrasive bars. This is nice for getting in between rivets here and there, and 400 grit sandpaper. So mostly what I've been using here has been the rougher side, this blue side, just to kind of rough the area up and maybe expose a little bit, just a little bit of the color underneath. I'm also using this method to knock down that paint edge so that it's nice and smooth, and if I happen to expose a little bit of the white underneath it, you can see right there, that's okay too. That's just wear and tear. Now this is a little bit on the rough side, so I'm not going very deep with this particular grit because I don't want to leave these kind of scratches that a rougher grit leaves. I want to call this this is maybe like a 220. That's what it feels like to me. And then I'll go back at it with the lighter side here, and this is where I'm going to expose as much of the color underneath as I want, so I feel is appropriate. This is all about just personal taste, or I mean, if you're doing a specific airplane and you've got good photo documentation, you want to try and replicate the weathering on that plane, as accurately as you can. And this is just one method. So you can see I've exposed just a little bit. Let's see if we can see that a little better here. Come on, focus up. Okay. Once I've gone after it with the lighter grit, then I'll get some 400, and you can see, you can't, but I can. I can see the scratches going away and leaving more of a very flat kind of a luster to it, and I can scrub a little bit more on a certain area if I want to, and just expose a little bit of that rivet. there you go. So, you know, this area right here is where the crew chiefs and everybody would walk. This was the walkway in order to get out there to where, wrong way. This is where the guns were. So, I mean, after every flight, they'd be opening this up and this area here as well in order to reload, clean guns and reload ammo. So this area would get walked on quite a bit. So I've got quite a bit more work to do, but that's just one weathering technique. Show you another one some other time later.